Hello Sagittarius, how are you? Welcome to your July 2016 love and general tarot card readings. I'm going to go ahead and just jump right into it. Okay, Sagittarius love reading for July 2016. Here we go. Sagittarius. Center of your world. I love it. Love it. Wow, okay. Sagittarius, let's see. I think this is going to be a very powerful and even somewhat of a quite romantic month for you. Like I said when I first pulled it out, the King of Wands, you 100% feeling yourself, feeling your vibe, your true self, feeling confident and feeling like you are ready to tackle the next thing. Okay, what is the next phase in your life? What is the next phase of your relationship? There's certainly someone in your periphery, someone in your life. If you're single, it could be someone that, for whatever reason, has been around, someone that is in your life. If you are in a relationship, obviously this is indicative of your partner. I feel like there's going to be a lot of communication and a lot of back and forth. If you, like I said, if you are totally not dating anyone, or if you're totally single, there could be an entry of someone new, potentially someone pretty freaking amazing for you as well. So, the world, okay? And I think I remember your reading last month. There is some feeling of a close. Now, a lot of times, I use the words new beginnings, new phases, new journeys, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes these words can tend to feel a little bit meaningless after a period of time. If every month of the year I say the words new beginning, it can be a little bit tiresome. But the world, it's phases don't close suddenly and they don't open suddenly, okay? It's not like the tower. It does take time. And as we evolve as humans and go about this experience that we call life, we evolve, and sometimes that evolution is slow. And I feel like this has been somewhat of a revolutionary year for you. A lot of closures, a lot of things coming to fruition, and a lot of new beginnings for you in all areas of your life, okay? And that's the world, the closure of something. And I feel like this new phase that you're about to go on, or that you're transitioning into, it's like a new you, okay? There's very much an idea of new adventures, new excitement. Again, and I said a lot, a lot of communication, another card of communication, of receiving messages, of allowing things to come to you. Like I said, you're in the center of your universe. Things are sort of circling and swirling around you, and you are sort of like this magnet that is pulling everything in. You're attracting a lot of good things, especially in the love department, and I think maybe moving into the end of June, into the beginning of July, you might start to feel some sort of a morphing or a change in your relationship. Something becoming more solidified, or maybe even a new direction with your partner. If you're totally single, like I said, there is potential for someone new to come in, and this new person is going to be a powerful influence or a powerful force for you. The Empress, okay, she is a major arcana. She is representative of the birth of new phases. We have 2 3s, okay, 3s, new birth, new life, new directions, creation. Okay, she is a creator. And I think she because it's an Empress, but it could be male or female. If you are, obviously female, this would be sort of flip-flopped. But this person truly, it could be a Libra or a Taurus. This is Venus herself. So someone with whom you find very attractive, someone whom you are drawn to as well. But I sense a level of independence here in this relationship, okay, in this connection that you have. The Hierophant being in reverse, a lot of people, especially nowadays and with the way that culture is, marriage marriage is sort of a tricky subject, and it's something that culturally, it's something we do, but a lot of people have been through a marriage that didn't work out and they swear, I'm never going to be married again, or they have commitment issues because they long so much for freedom and independence. And I think there's going to be like the parallel independence with the two of you. I mean, you can see, a lack of establishment, a lack of conformity, a lack of solidification, if you will. And I think it's just going to be about each other's presence, which in some ways, in my personal opinion, for whatever that's worth, that seems to me to be more real, as opposed to defining it in society's ways and cultural ways, and it's going to apply to every culture around the world. We all define relationships and what that means in different ways, and I think this connection is going to challenge the norm. It's going to challenge conformity and tradition, and you too will maintain independence. You are both strong, you are both successful, you both have a lot to bring to the table, yet you will be free to continue in your own direction. You might not quite know exactly what that is, it might throw you a little bit, but they will also be able to maintain their own direction, and together you may coexist. Together you may find some type of agreement or some type of arrangement where you can be together and you can enjoy one another's company without the binds or the boundaries and the definitions of what relationships are, what they will be. And I think ultimately it will enable you and enable this person to really thrive, okay, to really thrive and to expand a little bit. I think you are each going to be letting in more possibility through this method or through this arrangement I think that you have. Obviously, if you're in a marriage, if you're in a committed relationship, there may be something that comes into your life, okay? And again, I'm seeing a little bit of a change of direction here. This might be a little bit of an uncomfortable path for you. Something that might be a result because where you're going and what you're wanting isn't exactly fitting the bill. So you are now seeking something more. You are now seeking something greater while still maintaining your self-identity, while still maintaining who you are, and without compromising the integrity of your soul and your personality, and not giving too much to someone. Okay, this is someone that doesn't need a lot from you. They don't need a lot. They don't require a lot. It's purely about just being together. Very interesting. This is a very positive reading. I think you still are changing and morphing. There is a significant transition happening in your life. Like I said, I think it's going to be time intensive. It's not a boom, okay, here's a full moon or whatever, and all of a sudden your whole life changes. You know, it is a gradual process. I am sensing a lot of, communicate. What's interesting here, I I'm just kind of sensing that I feel like these are both messages, right? There is going to be conversation, there is going to be talking, there is going to be, someone's going to admit feelings to you, maybe you admit feelings to them. Perhaps, like I said, for those of you who are single, someone new coming in and sort of leading to this arrangement or newfound, it's like a new type of relationship almost. It might be something that you are unfamiliar with and something that you might be a little bit uncomfortable with, but I think you're willing to give it a try. I think there is a significant connection here between the two of you. What's interesting for me here is just sort of this middle line, and here you are, okay, red robes, embarking upon something new, standing at the forefront of everything that's familiar and looking out over something that is somewhat unfamiliar. And yet you still maintain yourself, you still remain composed. But I feel like this new level or this new type of relationship is sort of where you're headed. It's sort of where you're looking. You're looking out into the horizons and seeing something. I'm not saying that necessarily that you're fantasizing or setting high expectations. I see it more that you are allowing or opening up your heart, opening up your mind to the possibility of what this could be like. Okay, of what this could be like. Now, some of you, you might not jump right into a full-blown relationship right away. Okay, we do have the challenge of that Hierophant in reverse. Okay, I think you are going to be hesitant to move into something concrete. They are also going to be hesitant to move into something concrete. However, the Lovers is an energy that is very difficult to ignore. The chemicals and the intensity of these feelings are quite overpowering and sometimes even overwhelming. And like I said, a conversation, a message, someone will express something to you. It might be unexpected, it might not be unexpected. It's probably something you've never heard before, something you are unfamiliar with. If it is in fact this person confessing or expressing feelings towards you, it might just get you to think, right, Sagittarius? You're the thinkers of the zodiac, and I think it may have just been something that that's never occurred to you before. Maybe this person never occurred to you before. Your partner maybe is telling you or requesting something of you that never occurred to you before. And I think you will remain open. Like I said, where you are now, I think you are really analyzing and looking at what has been built. And I remember this very clearly from from your June reading. And I don't know why, because normally I don't remember readings like at all. But I remember very distinctly that you're at a place in your life of, some significant reevaluation. And I see remnants of that. It's a continuance of that reevaluation of how you're living your life, why you're living your life this way, the pathway that you're going. And in a romantic sense, this could be potentially a game changer for you in significant ways. So let me go ahead and pull the rest of the cards. Okay. Okay, I mean, still here, I feel like this person, it's interesting how we have like the yellows, right? We have the wands and then the yellows. This isn't a wand, but there's definitely some, like this person represents warmth and cheer and happiness and success and lightheartedness and victory, and it represents good. This person represents something good for you. Okay, she not only can bring, the Empress, this character in your life, is tied to you. Okay, she's got the yellows, wands, but you are a wand. Okay, this is about action. This is about forward looking. It's about progressiveness and about doing something, okay, making that change, not just thinking about it, but actually doing it, planting roots. Now, it's interesting because these are usually reinforcement cards, but in reverse, the Hierophant, like I said, it is like that challenge. However, I feel that this person represents stability for you. If this might represent someone in your life that is just present, who has been present for a long time, and maybe you've come to sort of depend upon that presence, right? And they have represented some form of stability for you, even though you, like I said, you may not have even occurred to you to think of it that way. Your partner may have represented some form of stability for you, even though you may have never thought of it that way. Judgment in reverse. I feel like there's something still not being revealed to you. Page reverse, again, yellows, very much tied to this character. Even, okay, sunshine and the pentacles, and I'm almost getting like some form of dishonesty or some form of distrust happening here. This person might not quite be revealing everything to you. They might not be really, okay, now I'm feeling like this person is actually going to be delivering a message to you, telling you something. And they might be more withholding of information, not to blatantly lie, but more so because I feel like they are using their own judgment, okay, their own judgment about what they think you should know. They might have something, maybe the word embarrassing is coming to me, something embarrassing to tell you, and they're afraid to express feelings to you. They are afraid to humble themselves and tell you that they care, or to tell you that they need something, or that they want something, that they're feeling something. And, you know, I think you aren't meant to know everything at this point in time. I don't think they're doing it maliciously, but rather to protect themselves, because I feel like this is a very precarious situation for some of you. If you are in a relationship, you know, maybe there is something going on with your partner that they're feeling it, they're internalizing it, they're thinking about it, they're self-criticizing, they're very much self-reflecting, and they are trying to figure out, you know, what it is that they think you should know. And they're also trying to figure out the right time to tell you. And, you know, all the information might not come out this month. It might be something that slowly comes out over time. But I feel like there is a very strong desire on their part, okay, because we have these, to tell you something and to be honest with you about something. But if you feel that they are holding back, you might need to just accept that they are using their own discernment and their own judgment in order to maybe even save face. That makes sense. But certainly for some of you, some form of discussion about love, about relationships, about someone new coming in, okay? So let me go ahead and do your general now. That was a very, very powerful, positive reading, which I'm very excited for a lot of you. So now with the general, you know, I really want to focus on other areas. If the love areas come in, again, so be it. But anything pertaining to finance or career or even, you know, family, general energies, things that you should be aware of. Whoops, sorry. It's hard to shuffle this way. Okay, so some very opposite cards. 2 9s. Exact same position. The sun can be the same reversed or upright. It means the same. Something has been plaguing you, my lovely Sagittarians. Something has been plaguing you, affecting you. And I think you are done. You are getting a feeling of just being done. You're over it. You're sick of it. You're tired of thinking about it. You're tired of worrying about it. And the devil, I think, reinforces that. There has been some force in your life that attracts you and keeps pulling you in, some form of temptation, some form of lust. This can apply in any area. People who are addicted to their career, substance abuse, people who are in emotionally abusive relationships, whether it be with their sexual partner or their boss or friends, or something that is considered toxic and frustrating but still has some hold over you. I think a significant change is about to happen. You have some positive messages in your love area, positive messages here as well in terms of moving on, but I think you might feel a little isolated, or, you know, with the Five of Pentacles here, a little bit isolated, a little bit left out, a little bit even left disappointed, either with yourself or maybe even with someone or something. I see a lot of, again, independence, right? The nines are the highest level of attainment for yourself before you hit the tens, which is where you encompass other people. And you have been, or you are, very focused on yourself, regardless of your relationship status, has nothing to do with that. Your finances, getting your life to a place where you like it, feeling proud, feeling honored, feeling accomplished with what it is that you're doing. And I think there has been a significant level of success in many ways for you, but this thing that is plaguing you, okay, demanding career, too much travel, something that keeps luring you back in. Now is a point in time, I think, where you gain control. You gain a lot of control over yourself. And you might feel tired and abandoned and feel like even some sense of failure despite your success. You know, a lot of people who are very, very wealthy, because they work so much, it's like they have no life, you know. Not to say that all of you aren't enjoying your life, but I think there might be some level of disappointment in yourself because you've allowed something to grab hold of you and to affect you in a way that maybe you're not so excited or so crazy about. And the good news is, okay, strength. The ability to harness your demons and put them to rest, okay? Taming the beast, okay? That's what I say with this card. It's controlling and taming the beasts with our minds, with our thoughts. It is the ultimate in self-control. It is the ultimate in, you know, getting a hold of yourself and allowing things, or not allowing things, to ruin you or to lure you back in, not to sabotage yourself, not to poison yourself, to poison your success. Okay, I think you've come to a place where you have a lot to lose. And there's a lot of like even letting go, a lot of sadness here, you know. This can even be like swords represent our thoughts. It can even be just your thoughts, okay? A dream that you've had, a fantasy that you've had, some delusion or illusion that you've been hanging on to. And now is the time for you to let it go. Now is the time where peace needs to be made within yourself. And whatever hold these thoughts had on you, or like I said, it doesn't have to be your thoughts. It can be external forces. It can be someone. It can be something, whether a relationship, a business relationship, being married to your work, being married to your bank account, being married to the process and the schedule, or whatever it is. And realizing maybe that it has overpowered you a little bit too much. And I think there's some realization that you are in fact the creator of your life. You are in fact not a victim. You are the artist. You create, you design your life. And the sun, okay, I'm going to turn it upright because it doesn't matter. And I love that this bottom row is actually quite positive. because I see you gaining control. I see you picking yourself back up after some disappointment, after some feeling of failure or feeling of loss in some way, and harnessing. Okay, and I'm really more seeing this as your energy now. Interesting though that it's the same card, same placement, same upright. So, and I see it really as both your energy and perhaps someone that is in the periphery of your life. You, again, are in the center of your universe. Everything is, your satellite energy. This is you. And I think this person, okay, seeing this as your, someone in your life, again, solidifying their presence in your life. As your energy, I see you regaining control and fixing for yourself whatever it is that you need to fix, changing what needs to change. Also, I think there is going to be some element of feeling abandoned or feeling lost a little bit. Sometimes when we're so married to something, when we are so tempted towards something, something is so attractive, whether it is money, it is career, it is the busyness, it is the prestige or the status or whatever, when we're so enamored by these ideas and then we realize that maybe it's time to let those ideas go. Sometimes we feel lost. We feel confused. And the perception and the reality, they don't quite match up. And now you're having a cold, hard face, a cold, hard dose of reality. And sometimes it can just be a little bit challenging to deal with, almost like you're feeling like you're starting a little bit fresh, you're starting a little bit new, which can be, disorienting. But let me go ahead and pull out more. Definitely a reinforcement of feeling off balance. Sagittarius, this is your card. Feeling off balance, feeling like things are slipping through your fingers, like you can't grasp things, okay? Feeling, it's a very opposite feeling from the King of Pentacles, which I'm really sensing is, again, you. And the Lovers, a lot of people see this as personal choice, as a, reaffirmation with you and your personal beliefs. And I do think you're going to have, I hope you don't mind my saying this, but like a come to Jesus moment where you really have a very serious discussion with yourself, with the universe, with your higher self, and rediscover your purpose, okay? Very high level. That discussion can be, like I said, disorienting. Letting things go that you have been hanging on to, again, especially if it is some sort of fantasy or some sort of delusion, it's a redefining of what it is you want your life to be. And now all of a sudden, things coming to fruition, things, like I said, a cold, hard dose of reality sometimes to get you back on track. And I think you realize that maybe somewhere along the line you may have spun out of control, you may have lost sight of what it is you truly want at some point. And again, the yellows are screaming to me, and it's so much about you and potentially this other person and the strength and the sunshine in this card. There's so much warmth around you. And I mean, to have the two suns, right? I mean, to just totally block out whatever darkness that plagues you, whatever darkness that is affecting you and your life. You have so much beauty in your life and so much reinforcement, so much support in whatever direction you wish to take. And what I love about this reading the most is you coming out as the King of Pentacles, such a quality individual, so in control of himself, so powerful, and so just like getting everything that he deserves, everything that you deserve, everything that you worked for. You're no longer at the 9. You are now a king. You are now a master of your life. There are no swords that can cut you deep enough at this point. You are now able to conquer. You have now proven to yourself and others around you that you are able to conquer these demons or these beasts, like I call them, you know, the whatever, delusions, or the people around you, the nasty clients or the nasty customers, the nasty boss, the unlivable environments and emotionally abusive situations, substance abuse situations, allowing yourself to fall back or continue to give too much to people. Okay, sometimes even this can be indicative of giving too much of yourself. And when you give too much of yourself, you lose sight of yourself. And again, the Lover's screams in terms of romance, very much a love-oriented month for you, I believe, coming into this July. And I think things are changing in ways that you could never have imagined. Slowly, but they are changing, they are morphing, you are transitioning. And if you think about where you were at this time last year, my guess is that you are in a totally different place, a totally different mental state, a totally different financial state. And I think you are preparing yourself, okay? The purpose of this darkness in your life is to gain the strength that's able to launch you into the next phase, the new beginning, blah, blah, blah. Like I said in the beginning, I know you're going to get sick of hearing these words, but truly, there are always new beginnings in life. There are always new journeys and always new directions. So anyway, blah, I said too much. I've repeated myself many times. So Sagittarius, I wish you nothing but the best. I think you have a beautiful month ahead of you. Super excited for you. And thanks for watching. I will see you in August. Thanks.